my live miss, which is basically my rendition of Vlogmas. So instead of vlogging and editing and doing all that work, I decided I'm going to do it as a live every day up until Christmas Day. I don't know if I'm gonna go live Christmas Day though, but anyway, so I'll be going live every day teaching you a new craft project. In the morning is when I will post, morning, afternoonish is when I will be posting a video letting you know what the day's project is. So last night when we were working on our multi-layered cake topper, this is what we did. We finished up working on last night. So if you did miss it, the video is saved on IG and YT. So you could see the process. It was a 2-day process. So the first day we edited, the second day we did the cutting and the assembly. And then last night we decided that today's project is going to be a multi-layered clear gable box. So we're going to also when we have these projects, they're nothing pre-planned. We're just like freestyling during the live. So I am going to, let me just clear my computer so I can flip it over. And we're going to start designing a box. Let me open Design Space. Also too, I am live on 3 platforms. So little by little, I'll try to go through comments on all 3 devices. But let's flip the camera and get straight to work. Hold on, I'm just going to, I need to clean you guys off just to make sure y'all actually see what's going on. I'm just cleaning the back of all of the devices with a microfiber cloth. And then we're going to flip. I might have to bring it down, so let me just flip. I just flipped Instagram. You guys are just going to be seeing the back of my craft phone until I turn y'all around to the thing. That's TikTok. And this is YouTube. Okay. So now we're going to go over here. I'm going to bring y'all down a little bit. Right here, I'm going to, is that too low or that's good? I think you don't need to be that low. Right here looks pretty good. I'm gonna tilt y'all in this way on Instagram. I think TikTok looks pretty good. Just gonna bring y'all closer, and I just need to adjust YouTube a little. Where I think they just need to come lower. Yeah. All right. There we go. Again, I am live on 3 platforms, so I have 3 devices to look at when it comes to comments. So please be patient. If I miss it, I'll get back to it. We have to actually, you know, I have to work. So I'm going to try to design work, but still also look at the comments to answer any of your questions. So we're starting off in Design Space. We're going to go to a new canvas, and then we're going to find our shape. So first I'm going to go to my stuff. No, I'm going to go to my profile, because there is a box in my profile that I like, that I've used before, that I think we might use today. I really like this one. It's not a gable box shape. Right here, this shape right here. But I do like this box, but it might be too tall since everybody wants to do a gable box. So let's go back. We'll go into images and let's find a box that we can work on today. Everybody's okay today? So I'm going to type in gable box and see what comes up. Just going to tilt y'all this way so y'all can see where I'm typing in gable box. And these are all the boxes that come up. I'm just going to click this one. Let's minimize the screen and see what it looks like. So this is the one that comes in 1 piece. So we're going to be limited to the size that we did. We need to find one that comes in 2 pieces, like this one right here. So this is what we need right here. We're going to get rid of this one, and we're going to use this file. Now this has the little A at the top. So in order to use this, you should be subscribed, right? This is included in the subscription. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to ungroup. They're grouped together. I'm going to ungroup them from each other. Then I'm going to just highlight the box with those lines, and I'm going to group it back. Hold on, I think it's already grouped. It's already grouped. Okay, I don't have to group it. So we have the two pieces that we're going to put together. When you're doing the two piece, you can make a larger box because each one could fit in one sheet of paper. If we did this one piece, we would have to fit this one piece in one sheet of acetate, which will be the 12 by 12. So it's going to be smaller, right? We're making a clear box today. Now I'm going to lay these on top of each other. Just together. What is it at? Oh, it's at the width of 11.24. So this is just about one piece per sheet, 12 by 12 sheet. We probably could make it a little bit bigger. Let me see. Let's put it back together. We might be able to make it a little bit bigger. If we do 12 by 8, what is it telling me? See, it's not reading it for 12 by 12. So let's bring them back together. Anytime you're changing the size of a file that has more than one piece, lay it on top of each other and change them together. Oh, the width is 11. So we need the width to come down to 11.5. We did. There we go. Okay. So, oh, it's the height that's higher. So the height on both of them right now, this one is 11.27. This one is 11.44. One seems to be a little higher than the other, but they do equal, as you can see. And it's because of that little tab right there on the bottom here that makes it a little bit longer than the other one. So when you're changing your sizes, lay your layers together equally, and then you change those sizes. Hold on one second. Hello from Long Island. Good evening, good evening. How can you maximize the space in an A4? Because I only print 6.95 by 9. In an A4, I think that's the biggest you can get for A4. You would have to print something larger. You just need a larger printer. I can print 12 by 12 and 11 by 17 on my printer. With Cricut, you can just change the sizes. If you have a Venture, you could even print 28 by 24 inches. So it all depends on the size that you have to print and the size of the printer that you have. We're using 12 by the size of paper that you need specifically for this project, or boxes in a whole. So when it comes to making boxes, the size of paper, whatever you have available, is the size you're going to match your box to. So today I'm using 12 by 12 clear acetate. So the largest in width or height, it could be 11.5 that it'll read for a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. If I was doing a larger box, I could make it larger. If I was doing a smaller size, it make it smaller. So it all depends on the material that you have available, right? So this is our design. When you need to design for a box, especially if you want to design the front, the back, the sides, right? Go in here. Let me see if I could zoom. I'm just going to try to fix these where y'all can see everything on all platforms right here. Good. Now today we're doing a under the sea theme. Right here, this square, this is the front of our box. This is the back. Doesn't matter, they're about the same size. You're going to design for this. If you want, you can go over to shapes on the side. You can grab a square. We have our little square here. You don't have to, but this is if you want a background image. I am going to do a background image. You're going to go to the top where your measurements are, and you're going to unlock the measurements. Then we're going to line it up with the dotted lines. Line it up here and just size it to the exact size of that front piece. You see how it fit exactly there? So now if you're doing a printed like a scene, so I want to do like the ocean and stick it on the inside. So when you're looking at the box from the outside, we're going to have decorations on the front and then the scene inside of the box as the background. That sounds confusing, but when you see it, you'll understand, right? So this right here, that would be the size that I'm going to need. What you can do is you can bring in like digital paper and make it the background. So I'm gonna go into Creative Fabrica and see what they have. So I'm subscribed. It's about, where is it here? $3.99 per month. And you have access to images, templates, fonts, and you can just download all of them. So you see, this is just like Christmas things coming up. I'm gonna type in under the sea digital paper. You can, if you have some from Etsy, if you already have your own, just you'll use that. I don't think, I do have some, but I don't want to have to go searching. And my external hard drive is not even close to me right now. Do you have to group them before you change the sizes? If you choose to, if you highlight both together as if they're grouped, just make sure they stay together. You can highlight both together or group them. All right, so I'm just looking for a background that I want to use. These look pretty. Let's see. These colors are really nice right here. But we also, or should we just do the ocean? That would be cute. So I'm going to select this one. We're going to download this because I really like the idea of the ocean. And then we can put some images in there. Let me see if they have any. I'm looking for some black mermaids. This is going to be very kitty. So we're going to look for some cute little children looking ones. Let's see who I like. These are some cuties right here. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Why aren't these same exact ones in a set? Okay, so let's download her. We could even take her little crab friend. Look at this. My God. That's nice. Okay, let's go back and I'm going to just grab some similar ones. They have quite, oh, she's a little bit too sexy. What's going on here? That's a little adultish. Let's take this one. We're looking for cute childlike images. 2. Go back. Let's see. They're looking very mature, if you ask me. We're just going to take 3 of them, okay? Now let's go back into Design Space. These are the images. You can also look in Design Space for images if you want to. Or if you have some on your computer, you have some, if you have, what is it? ChatGPT, you could even ask it to create your your own images, like your own mermaids or whatever theme you have. Give the details, whatever you need it to be with. Your Gable box, you got it from Cricut. This box, yes, it's in Design Space. You can also buy Gable boxes, but today's project, we're making one. We did find this in Design Space, and this one is part of the subscription. So remember, we have our background. We're going to go into uploads on the left. Let me just turn you guys right here. There we go. So uploads right here. And this is where you bring in any image that you need. You're going to click on upload image. You're going to click on browse. It's going to go to your downloads. Just going to go in here and the thing is with Design Space, you have to do it one at a time. So we're going to upload more than one of the water and the waves just to see. I really like this one. To see which one we want to use, and then the images that we downloaded. You're going to click continue. Right here is if you need to remove anything. This is a digital paper. There's nothing to remove. We're going to select apply and continue. Right here is where you choose single layer, flat graphic, or multi-layers. This is basically, let me just back y'all up a little bit. Cricut's beta, it's in beta, and it basically, when you bring in a picture, it'll give you layers. It doesn't do very well. So the flat image, as you can see, when you bring in a PNG, it's just giving you that outline. We're using a flat graphic, which is basically your image that you're going to print. So a print and cut image. I just want to, good evening, good evening. I want to check to see. Then you're going to select upload. And it's going to come into design space. I think I'm going to keep it with the same water. I really like this, right? So here's how we're going to bring this. You're just going to make it smaller. And you're going to slice this piece and this. So I'm going to just arrange that to the back so we can see where our square. So if there is a specific part of the digital paper you want, you can move it either higher, lower. I always bring it in as close to the size as I can to get as much of the design in that design that I want. So I'm just going to bring it in. Not you turning. I didn't ask you to turn. A little bit more. There we go. You're going to highlight both of these layers. And then at the bottom right, you're going to select slice. And then we have our size that goes right here. So now we have our waves. That's going to be that background picture inside of the clear box. I'm just going to keep this here. Now, depending, let me put it here and see if they're the same size. They basically are. Okay. Now, from here, when it's time to design, this part is solely up to you. What do you want this box to look like? Do you want images on the sides? Do you want them on the top? So when I'm doing a box, I like to design, if I can, the front. I usually don't do the sides. Maybe I'll do like an image that goes on the side. There's some people who design fully. There's ways you can layer. I might even layer some of this. Up here, this top area of the design. So you have the option to print out a design like out of your digital paper or shapes, sizes. What I usually put right here is the name or the age. So let's say Chandel is turning 3. I would like make the name multi-layers, put it up here. Sometimes I put a bow. So let's go from there. We're going to upload those little mermaids that we bought in. I'm going to do one at a time. You don't have to make any changes. These are PNGs. The background is already clear, so we're good to go. You're going to select flat graphic and continue. Any questions as I upload the images that we're going to use? Any questions? She's so cute. Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm definitely going to be slicing off these to use separate, but let's get all 3 of them in here. Ooh, look at the, hold on. I just want to make this bigger. I need to show y'all the quality of this image. Isn't this gorgeous? My God. All right. So we're going to minimize that and just put it on the side. Let's go back to upload and we're going to get our other 2 mermaids. first time here, do I teach? I do. That's what I'm doing right now on live. I don't do in person. I don't do one-on-ones, but I do have YouTube tutorials and just videos on social media. My YouTube has over 200 videos. Can you go back over what you're saying about the gable box? You said we have to double it. No, I didn't say we have to double it. I chose a file that has 2 layers instead of 1 layer so that I can make it a little bit larger. So when I usually don't make my own gable boxes, I'm just doing this for you guys. I buy my gable boxes and then I decorate them. But if you want to make gable boxes and you have a file, where it's the 2 pieces, like the front and the back. Because if you do a 1 file where it's the whole thing, it's going to be too small. I'm going to send one of them so that when we cut it, I'll show you exactly how it looks if you were to use 1 whole file compared to 2 whole files. YouTube, no questions? YouTube, y'all never have questions for me. We're going to continue. Click on upload. So if you are interested, I do have over 200 tutorials on YouTube. Teaching cake toppers, banners, some acrylic videos, wood crafts, just a lot of crafting content. I will be going live every day I'm on 3 platforms. I'll be going live on all 3 platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, every day up until Christmas. If you have time, you can also scroll through my socials and you'll see I've posted hundreds, maybe thousands of things and videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, all of the above. Okay. I think that's the last one we need to upload. And now here, there's no rhyme or reason when you're decorating. It's all about what you want your item to look like, or if your customer specified certain features, certain things they want on your item. So you're literally just doing as you please. All right, so these are the girls that we chose. So here's the thing with these images, which maybe I should have erased some of these bubbles. So you need these little bubbles around the girl. Hold on, let me minimize. You see they have little bubbles. All those little pieces are gonna cut out. Is there anybody here who don't know how you would remove those pieces when you're uploading an image? Before I go on to the next step, you guys know if you needed to remove pieces of an image before you bring it into the design space. Does everybody know how to do that? Jasmine, you don't? Okay, so I'm going to show. I just wanted to make sure. I was going to show it, but I wanted to make sure if... So you're going to go to upload like we did at the left. You're going to go to upload image, right? When we bring in our image, let's just choose the same mermaids again. You're going to wait. It's going to bring you here, right? You're going to click on continue. And right here is where you can make any editing that you need to do. You need to erase something. Thank you. Like one of the bubbles, you can do that. So, ooh, YouTube, I nearly knocked y'all over. Let me just turn you this way. So right here, you have the option to select, which means you can press on an image and it'll do as much as it can to erase it. Or you can go to erase here. And this is the size of your eraser. So right here, you see that circle? That's the size. You can bring it up a little bit here. It gets bigger. You can also, we're going to go here and I'll show you how you wanted to take some off. It's at 100. We can zoom in just so we can see better, right? I'm going to zoom in more. There we go. Now, this bubble right here, I don't want the bubbles to print. I just want the image. You can just click on this bubble and erase, right? Let's say this starfish here I didn't want either. You see how you can go in and just erase it? And you can just take away the parts that you don't want uploaded. I did like that star though, but I needed to show y'all how it is. We're going to scroll and see what else we want to take away. Another bubble. I don't want the bubbles. I don't mind all of the other pieces, but I don't want the bubbles. I can do my own bubbles. I'm going to do cut. Right? So you just remove whatever you don't want coming in like that. And that's it. So we're going to go to apply and continue. Then it brings us back here. You're going to select flat graphic and you're going to hit continue. All right. I'm going to repeat it again. We're going to go to upload. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Y'all, I forgot to save what I did. Lord, Father God. Okay, it's okay because she only have like a few items that I don't want, right? Let me just push her to the side. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I already see that. Y'all see that bar at the top that keeps moving? Design Space is like lagging tonight. She has a lot of bubbles that I don't want, so we're going to delete her. And we're going to delete her. And I'm going to show you again. We're going to upload them again and remove all of those bubbles. Go to upload, browse. You're going to choose the picture or image that you want to bring in. We're bringing in this one first. Just waiting for it to load. You're going to click on continue. And right here is where we're going to make the changes. On the left right there, let me just turn YouTube. That's where you can choose. You see here, they have background remover. The background is already removed here. You can just remove background from images, but the background remover is part of Cricut Access. So if you're paying for the subscription, then you get to do the automatic background remover. If not, you can just use these right here. And when it's select, I'll show you what it does when you do it select. You can just hit, let me zoom in so you guys can see it properly. Right here. So when you do select, it'll hit it and it'll start deleting the color. So if there's like shaded colors, you're going to have to go in and keep hitting the entire thing, kind of like that. You can also undo the little arrow right here. Let me turn you guys this way a little bit. There we go. You have tissue paper, Tavon? Okay. So we're just going to undo all of the damage that we did on the poor little dolphin because we are using that dolphin. Okay. That's how it looks. It looks so jagged. We're going to go back to erase. You're going to choose the erase option and you see we have that circle. We're just going to make the size a little bit bigger. There we go. Let's do a little smaller because some of these bubbles are a little smaller. I want to go in and take them out. So all of the bubbles in this image, I do not want. So you can just select them and drag over them and erase them. Now also too, if you're not sure if you got everything that you wanted to erase, let me show you what you can do. At the top left, there's going to be a little toggle option. You see where it says preview single layer? You're going to click that and it kind of shows you as a single layer. And you could even delete from here just to make sure you deleted all of the pieces. Right? So sometimes I'll delete something and there's a little piece still left and you can't see it. I'll turn on that single layer preview just to see if something is still there. So I'm going to turn it back off. There we go. All right, so let me just delete all of the bubbles that I don't want. Anything else? This one I don't want either. I'm going to use these little images that they have with them because they match and they're really cute. But I'm going to slice them off when I get into Design Space so I could put them where I want them. But all of these little tiny bubbles, I don't want any of them. So you see here where I took off a little piece. Let's say if I didn't realize, I just turn on that single layer and I still see it here, so I know there's still some to remove, especially when some colors are light or some of the colors are white. Let me just see something. Like this little piece here that's attached, we're going to take that off. Because when them things are cutting, they're going to give you a headache. I would also go in right around here. They have some stray pieces. And the reason I remove them is because when they start cutting, they're so tiny and jagged. Just be wasting your time on the paper. So I'm just going to remove that. So this is just basically the process of cleaning up your image. Look, a little piece is left here too. I'm going to take that off. All right, we're going to turn off the layer. Look at the picture. Just going to scroll down. I don't want this either. Let me just remove it. Scroll down and see what we have. All right, we're good. I want to just double check. See, this is not attached to the image, so we're just going to take it away. I want everything attached. This doesn't even look smooth, but I don't want to waste a lot of time. I sometimes go in and like go and smooth those jagged edges out, but we will be here all day. But I just wanted to show y'all that you can do that to like clean up the image, take away things you don't want in the picture, and that's what you would do here. So we're just going to apply and continue. Choose flat graphic and continue. And hit, oh, right here where I hit upload, this is where you can name your image whatever you want it to be. So if it's uploaded right now, it says Cute Mermaid as the name that it has. But if you wanted to change something else, you can do that there. Just go to upload. And we'll get that last picture. And this one I think has the most bubbles. And because they're like all over like this, it'll be too much work to slice it out. So it is best to just erase it before you bring it into Design Space. Bring it, not into Design Space, onto the canvas. So I'm just gonna clean all of these up. I need a smaller size for that. That's kind of close to, and I can see it's lagging a little today, so let's see how it goes. To anybody coming in today, I am working on doing a multi-layered clear gable box. I am going live every day up until Christmas, teaching you a new craft project. The times will vary every day. Why the hell is shit keep coming back up? Oh, Design Space, you're playing with me tonight. But I will announce it either early morning or early afternoon. I will make a post about what time the live is going to be and what project we're going to be working on for that day. I don't have anything planned out, so I'm just going day by day off of maybe during the lives I'll just ask to see, or just what I feel like making that day. All right, so I'm just going to make my eraser a little bit smaller to get some of these small pieces, because I don't want to erase any of the mermaid. I just want to erase the bubbles. You're welcome. Any questions so far when it comes to designing? We chose our box. We shaped our size for our background. I used Creative Fabrica just to get some waves as a background piece. I got digital paper. You can use digital paper for your background. Also, this is all what you choose to design. the control feature, I just use the erase feature and erase all of the edges that I want off. So when it comes to making the design, it's solely up to whatever you want or whatever your customer requests of you. Now right here, these are like loose little hairs that I'm just cleaning up because that's not going to cut really good. Use Canva to remove the background. This didn't have a background to remove. I do use Canva to remove background, but you can't remove the background in Cricut unless you have Cricut access. So there's a select option, but it's going to take long. But there's an automatic one-time background remover. You have to be subscribed to Cricut Access. I've never really used it, honestly, though. I'm just cleaning up these hairs because they're going to make little, even the seaweed here, it's going to be a lot of little jagged cuts. And it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to leave it for now. I'll probably trim it with the scissors when it cuts. All right, so that we're not staying too much on cleaning up. What is that? That's a bubble right there. You see how right there we didn't see anything, but when you turn it on here, you see that? That's why I do that, because sometimes you miss a little something. I just remove it. Okay, so that's it for our images. We've cleaned up everything that I want to clean up, and that's basically preference. I'm going to choose flat graphic. I hit continue. You can slice it out too. You came in a little late. We spoke about slicing it out, but these pieces are, it was many little pieces of bubbles, and you would spend too much time slicing out all of the bubbles that it had. It had bubbles in between here, around here, all around here. These images we're going to slice out because it's just one or two images and it's not going to be too much to do. So right here, if you look to the left, this is where you can name the image or add any tags for when you're searching it. I'm going to leave the name exactly what it is. TikTok doesn't allow me to save lives, but this live will be saved on Instagram and my YouTube. I'm live on all three platforms, so they are going to be saved there. I'm going to keep the same name, and then I'm going to select upload, and then we're going to go on to the canvas. Okay, so now we have the images we want to use. So we're using lots of teals and purples and pinks. That's where we're going. Now from here, there is no rhyme or reason. It's what you want to do. Got it? Yes, the lives that we're doing for live vlog, not Vlogmas. Well, it is Vlogmas. All of the lives on Livemas are classes. Everything that we do from here on are basically projects. We're going to zoom in so we could see a little better. Now, this is a sticker that's going to be on the background. You can either like leave the waves blank, or you can put an image on here. Right here, it might seem like I'm gonna go a little fast, but I do want to just figure out the design process. But I need to take off these little people because we need to use them. So you're gonna grab a circle from the shapes panel on the left side. And you're just going to cover over whatever you want to slice out. I'm going to cover over that. We're going to highlight both the image and that shape. On the bottom right side, they have the option to slice. You're going to choose slice. And I'm just going to keep repeating this process. Now you see that little bit? That's a little bit right there that I left that I did not get to erase. So I'm going to keep that circle. You get rid of the black piece that cut out. And now we have this starfish. As you can see, you see how it's attached to the image? We're just removing it so that we can use it wherever we need to. What's the best way to keep permanent vinyl on a tumbler without using epoxy and Mod Podge? I am not a tumbler maker, so I'm not good with that. Anytime I put vinyl on a cup, I just put it on there. I don't put anything on it. But I would definitely reach out to someone who's more of a professional with cups to find out. I'm just going to do this because I want to slice off that little area. We're going to slice. I'm just going to get rid of these pieces. And design space is going to piss me off today. All right, we're going to bring another one, and I'm just going to repeat it for all of the pieces that I want separated from my image. All right, so we have this. So with her, I think that she is my favorite. So we're going to have her on the front of the box. But first, we need to slice all of the pieces that we need before we put them where we want. You're welcome. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. You just have to be patient and practice. Practice makes perfect. So I'm just going to continue bringing in my shapes to slice off the things that I want. Because I don't even know if I want to even use all of these. That little star is going to have to be done. They each have to be done separate. So this is the tedious part that sometimes people don't see. When they see something and be like, that's just paper. It's easy. I could print that out and cut it and do it myself. They don't see this part of it. And to anyone that ever tells you that, if you're starting out and you feel sometimes discouraged when people say things like that, don't. Just tell them to do it. Let them go buy the computer, buy the Cricut, buy the ink, buy the paper, buy the designs, go in there, edit, and put it together. When they figure out if it's another crafter, then they could do it themselves, so they shouldn't be bothering you anyway to tell you that it's just paper. But someone else, when they figure out how much work goes into it, they're going to either come back or understand that they just can't have it. This is that circle. How long have we been here so far? Oh, see, designing take. It's already been almost an hour. Let's bring in another one. It takes a lot of time. I think that once I get all of these sliced off, it shouldn't be too much because I'm not doing anything crazy on here. Oh no, this shape is not going to work for you. Because with some of these images, you can do an offset to help with the little curly pieces. I don't like offsets that much on my images when I'm layering them. I like when my pictures are just as is. But because there's so much going on here, I am going to add offsets eventually. But that's also a preference. It's what you want to see. It's how you design. Like, you end up having your own style. Like something like these little tiny hairs, I would do an offset on there to make it a little bit thicker. This is Cricut Design Space. It's the software you're using with your Cricut. Trinigal, I love you. I don't, but yeah. See what I'm talking about? This is what happens when you show up and you pay attention. All right, let's go. Let's try to, let me hurry up and get all of this done. Y'all don't mind the sizzling. My son is back there cooking in the kitchen, making his dinner. All right, let's get this. I think it could fit. I feel for some curry. Trayvon, what are you making?
That's onions.
No, what you making the chicken, right?
Uh, no, because
What are you making?
I'm using we still got the ground.
Are you making ground turkey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chicken.
I thought he was making a
The
chicken.
from yesterday, it wasn't enough. It was two for everybody, and then it'll be like two left over.
Oh, so you made all?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel for some curry. I don't know why. I do have some shrimp, so maybe I could curry that. Anybody have any other questions? No questions, no questions, because I'm. This is going to be a little bit tedious of just continuing of me slicing off the images. So while we're here, ask any questions. Also, a reminder specifically, my TikTokians. That sounds mad retarded, don't it? Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to like the live because that will, I believe, tell TikTok y'all actually like me and, suggest my lives to people. Also, too, if you know another crafter who you know would need some help or need some questions answered, you could send the live on over while we are waiting to get everything sliced and ready. To anybody just coming on, we're just going through the design process for a multi-layered clear gable box. We already chose the box that we want. You see that little piece right there? I know you see it. You got to get that off. This is a box that I found in Design Space. I didn't bring in my own design. I found it in Design Space. When we're done and I save, I could get you the name. This is part of the subscription though. So if you don't subscribe, if you're just using the free version, oh no, don't delete it. Go back. You'll see the price of this box. If you're subscribed, then you'll be able to use it. Also, too, you can just, if you're subscribed to Creative Fabrica, you could probably find a box in there to bring in. You can upload, so you don't have to pay for the subscription. There are ways to upload images, files, fonts. When it comes to uploading fonts into Cricut Design Space, all it is uploading the fonts to your computer. You're just going to close out Cricut Design Space, upload the font to your computer, and when you open back Cricut Design Space, that font will be there. All right, so we got her treasure box separate. I think that dolphin, the way that it's curved. So, matter of fact, I can show you a way. So you see how this dolphin is curved and a circle would not be able to slice that off, or a rectangle. So what I usually do is I'll get a few shapes. Let's say we're using a circle. I think it still works. Cricut makes a lot of changes, so let's pray it does. We're going to add that circle here as close to the edge. I'm going to duplicate it. And we're just going to line up as many as we need to be able to slice off this dolphin, right? Wait, I think, let's do another one. Need to bring this a little bit back. Wait, that's cutting off some of the dolphin. Right here, and that's enough. So all of those shapes right there, that's how you get the curve. Hold on, we're going on the shell a little bit. We're gonna bring it up of the dolphin. So on the panel, hold. The loading. So right now, I think that's usually like a glitch in Design Space. It aggravates me. I usually come out, but I'm live, so there's nothing I could do about it. So I go to combine, and then I weld those together. And then I make it one shape. So now this is just one shape. And I could put back over the dolphin. Hopefully it still works. And then highlight everything. Yes, and then slice it off. So that way, if you don't have a shape to slice off the image that you want, just create one. And move it over. All right, let me just save this project because I told you once you see Cricut kind of slowing down like that, you want to be safe than sorry. I'm going to load. Let's save it. I'm going to save mermaid box. Just in case, you're going to save. Hey, Holly. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, just create your own shape. If it's not a shape that can fit, weld it together and then slice off your image. Yeah, see how it's taking its sweet time? Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to close design space and we're gonna bring in another one. Let's go back. Let's open it back up and hopefully it's... So I went into Creative Fabrica and I found these images. After this live is saved, after this live is over, it will be saved. And you guys can see at the beginning, that was the process we did when I first started. So I'm just going to go back into the project and hit customize. Let's see. It looks like it's still acting the fool, Joe. So creativefabrica.com. It's a subscription-based website. It's $4 a month, but I will say it's very much worth it. You have access to thousands of images, fonts, templates, Canva templates, designs, digital paper, so much. All right. We're not getting away from design space lagging tonight, so we're just going to have to deal. All right. I realized that I left some bubbles on this girl. I know I didn't. I know I didn't. That's design space because I know I didn't. So we're going to just grab some circles and get to work. There's nothing we can do today but deal. Because if I cancel the live, I still have to come back to this, you know, the next day. So let's get this over here and let's start getting all of our pieces sliced off. Thank you. Joe. All right, I just wanted this here for the next one. We're going to highlight, slice. I am using them, but I want to put them somewhere else. I don't want them next to the mermaids, how they have them situated. So I'm going to use them on different parts of the gable box. If you're not using them at all in the beginning when we were editing, you could just delete them and just bring in the mermaid by herself. But I want to use them on the box, but I want to use them different places. I don't want it exactly where they have it situated. So that's why I'm slicing them off, because I'm going to actually use them. And the reason I'm going to use them because I can find these images, like try to go find dolphins and things like that in design space. But these were designed with the mermaids. So they already like match the theme that's going on. So I'd rather use them. I'm just trying to get this starfish off here. Remember, just put some shapes together that you need. There we go. Weld them and that'll be the shape to slice it. PNGs or SVGs, whichever you want. You can search for SVGs, you can search for PNGs. The ones that I uploaded today are PNGs. I'm not cleaning it up. I'm slicing off the little animals for me to use them how I want to use them. Yeah, Creative Fabrica is really good. I love that they have so much to offer. You can also, if you want to, instead of slicing, when you're uploading the image, you can upload the image with the mermaid, take everything off except for the mermaid, bring it in again, take everything off except for the star, and you can do that too if you want to. This is solely preference. That's how I take off the images that I want to use. All right, I'm just going to weld these. And you have to weld them in order to use them to slice. All right. I've attended nights, then go on the road. And then all of these, I'm not guaranteed to use all. I don't know what I actually want to use. I just know that I want them separate. Let me try this shape so that I can design freely wherever I want them to be. So I probably use, oh, maybe I should have took a fourth girl. I will probably put one of the girls on the background inside of the box. I'm going to have one of them on the front and maybe just have like the sides have one of the mermaids too. I just realized, I told y'all yesterday that I am out. I should have ran and just got regular glossy paper. I am out of glossy cardstock. I am all out of glossy cardstock. I think I have the party one though. That's so thin, it aggravates my nerves. All right. I'm gonna highlight and we're going to slice. This is Cricut Design Space. It's the software that you have to use with your Cricuts. I'm always singing some nonsense. I'm hungry, even though I ate a little while ago. I air fried some shrimp and plantain. I'm still hungry. Did I slice already, y'all? I did. Okay. Let's move on. Mermaid. She still have some little pieces on there that's going to aggravate me. But we're gonna deal. Okay? Okay. You have 2 Cricuts? Very good. You know how to use both of them at the same time. Today I'm going to be using 4, and just like yesterday, we're going to use the same 4, and I'm going to show you how you can use it. So if you have 2 of them, you can use both at the same time instead of using one at a time. And it makes you be like, for instance, I have all of these layers. You'd be able to use it much faster. Can you only be used with a Cricut? Yes. This software is just for the Cricut. This is Cricut software that they created for you to use with their machines. All right, so if you're just coming in, I just finished slicing off the images that I need. The first step that I did earlier, you would have to come back later and watch the replay. We found the boxes that we want to use, the box that we want to use. These are the 2 sizes. I made a rectangle, the exact size of the back, because I'm going to put the water scene inside the back of the box. Then we sliced the water. I got some digital paper. So you can get digital cardstock, which is basically like pattern cardstock in a square. And I sliced it off of that rectangle. So this is what we're going to put right here. Now this is going to be inside of the box, but I don't want it to be so plain. So I'm going to get one of the mermaid girls and I'm going to fit her in there. Now remember, this is the size of your box. So you have to design according to the size. Wait, hold on. Let me just turn you guys this way. There we go. I'm going to open this design space fully to try to see. Okay, everybody can see. All right. So we're going to design her where she fits in here. Now, if you want, you can make her a little bit larger, but just remember that right here, this top of the box is going to be bent to close. So the one that you want to make maybe a little bit larger than the box is going to be the image that you're going to put on the front of the box, not inside the box. Right? So we're going to size her down a little bit more. Also, too, you have the option. She's going to be this size. You have the option to flatten her onto the paper. So we would have to take it off of the box. I'm not going to do it because I'd rather it to be a little bit more 3D. But I'm just going to show you if you wanted to. Come on, girl. So you can put this here and you can highlight it. Highlight both of them. Also, too, Cricut is lagging tonight, so bear with me. You can highlight both. And then on the bottom right, you can hit flatten. Basically, that flattens her onto this paper. And then you could print it like this and just use it just like that. For me, I prefer to print her separate. And we're going to use a little foam square so she stands out a little bit. So we're going to put this back here. I like to design where it's exactly where it's going to be so I can see, right? Now, because she has some little, like the seaweed is like small and rigid, I'm going to add an offset onto this image so that it cuts better. Just going to zoom in. You're going to hit the little crayon or pen or pencil. Let me just turn the screens. Also, too, guys, I am live on 3 platforms. So I have to turn everybody one at a time. Instagram and TikTok, though, are on the same stand, but on separate phones. And then I have YouTube separate on the iPad. So bear with me as I try to read comments while designing and moving you guys around to see. Your rollers can be replaced. Go look on YouTube. My boyfriend replaced mine. I had a Cricut that fell off of a shelf. That was my number 11 that I don't use. It fell off a shelf and he took off the rollers from that maker and put it on the maker where the other one was worn out. If you don't have another extra machine that has the rollers, you can go on Etsy. I think there are someone there selling like replacement rollers. And then there's a YouTube. Go on YouTube and find the video. There's videos showing you how to do it. I'm not going to lie. It don't look easy. And I didn't do it myself. But there is a way to replace those rollers. All right. So you're going to hit this little crayon pencil thingy here. And that's going to take you to the more tools option. That's the drop down here. Right here, you're going to choose offset. And when you look at the image, let's pray that it's working today. Child, Cricut, you over here giving yourself a bad name. So when you bring that offset onto the image that we not seeing, let's try it again. We probably gonna have to cut. I don't want to cut these ragged because it's not gonna look the way I want it to look. Let's wait a second. Let's wait a second and see. You're welcome. Nope, not working today. Let me try saving my progress and coming back in and see. If that'll help us, because I need to do an offset tonight. I need to. I could still design something without it, but the way that these images have so much carrying on. All right, let's try it. Let's come out of it. Let's quit Cricut Design Space. We're gonna bring it back up. The live is going to be saved on my IG and my YouTube channel. I'm live on all 3 platforms. TikTok just doesn't allow you to save your lives permanently so people can rewatch it. But it will be on IG and YT. All right, so let's go into the Canva. Let's click on my stuff and then we go back into the project. All right. I still see that loading symbol at the top, so that tells me that all is not well tonight. All right, so we're going to not do too much, but try to do a lot at the same time, right? Since Cricut want to act a fool. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag her a little bit bigger where she fits exactly in the box. We will not be putting an offset because it don't want to work with us today. Let me try one more time. Yeah, so I'm not even going to waste my time. We're going to leave her here. She's going to be right here on the background. Look at, it's now doing a little something, child. We're going to duplicate her. I'm just going to line it back up where I want it. I like to see my things where I want them to go. So we're going to have 2 of her. I'm going to go over here and grab some of the little animals because I want them on the background here too. And then you size them however you want. This is about a little bit over an inch. I try not to make it too smaller. Especially not today, child. And then we're going to make them small. And what I like to do with my images, I like to print 2 or 3 of each, even if I'm not going to use it, just in case I lose something, just in case I want to layer it. So I'm just going to duplicate. We'll just do 2 today because we're already spending a lot of time designing. Let's duplicate that. Go ahead with your question. Okay, I think that's it for the background. Now up front here, this is going to be all clear, right? I'm not putting a background piece on it because I want you to see through and see her in the back as well as this cutie patootie on the front. So I'm going to size. I want the bottom of where she is, like the sand and stuff like that, to be the exact width of the front of the box. So this is actually perfectly good. Her head can be over. I actually like to see gable boxes. It's totally up to you. Where can you find templates that aren't images so that Cricut can cut them? So any place that you buy images, just make sure it's an SVG. If it's an SVG, it's a layered file that can cut on paper. If it's a PNG, it's a print. So you can find SVGs on Etsy. You can find them on Creative Fabrica. Sometimes people will have free SVGs on their blog. I have a few on my blog, but mostly free printables. You can go into Design Space and you can just design your things and make them cut files. Like change it, but it would have to be shapes, letters, sizes. You can't just take a whole image and then change it to a cut file, right? Hi, what do you do? What do you mean, what do I do? You mean what we're doing on the screen today? Crafting. So this image here, right? So the front of the box is totally up to you if you want her head higher than the box or you want it lower than the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 1 higher and 1 lower. But I want 2 of each. This is a lot of printing, child. We're going to be here a while. We might end up doing this as a part 2 like before. But I do want to just get it over with so I can move on to the next project. But we'll see. And this one, I'll make it smaller where she fit into the box. So when you make her fit into the box here, the thing is you have space for more designs. If you make her a little bit larger, she's filling it up and you have less to put in. So that's like less work. How to connect your Cricut with the laptop. You can either plug it in or you can go to Bluetooth, turn on your Cricut, go to your Bluetooth settings and select your Cricut. If it's your first time doing it and it asks you for a password, hit 0000. You can't hear on Instagram? I don't know why. Hold on. Inez, can you hear me now? Hey, Missy. Let me just double check if we have any questions from YouTube. Nope. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Inez, can you hear me now? You can hear? Okay, thanks. All right. So when you make it a little bit smaller, let me zoom in so I can show you the different. You have more space to add things. So maybe I do make her smaller so I can show you guys where we could do some cut files and then also like added images. Let's say this is a first birthday theme and you want to put some cut files on there. So we'll make her a little smaller, and then right here we could put like the number 1, and we'll just do it multi-layered. So we'll take this size, we're going to duplicate this. I really need a thicker glossy cardstock. I do not want to print this on that soft paper. I'm gonna try to search while we cut the other layers. I gotta have 1 or 2 sheets in here somewhere. I can't believe I'm all, but I use a lot, everything out on my niece's birthday parties. All right, so we're going to have 2 of those there. So we're gonna get rid of her. And remember, we had a third we had a third mermaid. I'm gonna put her on the sides. Since Cricut is like kind of lagging, I don't want to upload another mermaid because I wanted to get a 4th one so that I could put 2 different mermaids on the edges. But again, this is just for designing purposes, so I don't have to. But this one right here, we're going to put her on the side of the box. So I'm just going to size her. I love these mermaids. Whatever project we do tomorrow, we're using these same mermaids. I think I'm going to do a mermaid banner. You could bring it in. And then again, it's up to you if you want her to fit exactly in the size or you want her to stand out a little bit on the edge of the box. I'm going to make her where her head comes off the top a little, because I like the way that looks. All right, and we're just going to duplicate. Let me tell you. Did it duplicate? Cricut, what are you doing? We're not trying to be here all day. Okay. Now on the over to the right, the left, over to the left, you're going to hit text and I'm going to bring in the number 1. We're going to do this as if it's a birthday party. You have to go out and come back in. Everybody else is hearing me, Inez. I think it's your phone. Well, you can't hear me to hear that. Am I using cardstock for the boxes? No, I'm using clear acetate sheets today. Whenever I make gable boxes for people, I don't make my own gable boxes. I'm just making them for the live to show you how, if you wanted to do it. I usually buy pre-made gable boxes and fully design them. IG, besides Inez, can anybody else on Instagram hear what I'm saying? All right, so for the text, we're going to type in the number 1. They're not responding, so maybe they don't hear. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? You haven't had any issues? It may be the... Okay. Anybody else on there can hear what I'm saying on IG? You hear. Okay, so maybe it is her. Let me respond to her. I think it's her phone. I can't even, it won't let me respond. All right, we got to keep going because we've been here already so long. I'm going to type in the number 1. How did I get 10? I don't know. And then we're going to make it where it's in the front with this mermaid. But I don't like this number 1. So we're going to go on the fonts and try to find one that we like. So right here at the top, this is the font is Cricket Sans. We're just going to select that. And then on the side, all of the texts are available. And what happens now is you can actually see what that number 1, or if you typed in a word, what it would look like in the font that you choose. Okay, everybody, we can hear. Inez, I think it was just you, Sugar Cakes. Thank you to anyone that sent any gifts or anything like that. And don't forget to like the live and share the live with another crafter who you think will need some help or have any questions in regards to using Cricut Design Space, so I can help them out tonight. And I'll be going live every day up until Christmas, showing you different craft projects. So I'm going to find a number 1 that I think, this one looks kind of like bubbly and cute, you know? That's what I'm going for. That font was a whole leaf. All right, guess what? I don't want to search for long. I don't. I do like, let me see that one. No, I don't like it. Oh, wait. I like that, but then it's not, it's the edges are too straight. It doesn't give under the sea. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll try. That doesn't even give me number 1. I'll do this one. Do that and call it a day. Every day the lives will be different. I'll announce the time in the morning along with the project. Today's live started at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Betty. All right, so we're gonna go with this one, and let's see if I really want to do an offset. My God, Cricut is acting up tonight. Oh, thank you. All right. The offset is not acting up. All right, so let me just zoom in so I could show you guys. We can do it. We can do it. Should I try my luck with the mermaid? I think I'm gonna try my luck with the mermaid. Lord, you and everything ready. All right, so I'm gonna go to offset. Let's see. Let's try our luck. Yes, we're gonna bring it down a little smaller and click apply. So when you're looking at this design, are you seeing what stands out the most? Purples. Well, for her, it's like the teal, but then for her, it's the purple. So I'm going to go with lavender for the first layer. Let me just change it to lavender. And then we will go with, maybe we do some lavender glitter with teal metallic behind that. You know what would also look good on here? The holographic. Let's do holographic on the top, and then we're going to emboss the holographic. Yes. Okay, I like the way that sounds. And then this offset is going to be lavender glitter. I like, let's do another offset with a pale pink plain cardstock. And then I just got to remember what I'm doing, glitter, metallic, and cardstock. That'd be my problem. I'm going to do one last offset. Again, one more. And that's going to be the teal glitter. There we go. We'll do 4. All right. So y'all remember that it's only that gray layer that's going to be metallic. Okay. Got it. Okay, I don't think we have any questions so far, so we're going to keep going. Now, on top of the number 1, Betty, I love you, girlfriend. You really are everywhere. I just seen your comment on YouTube. So I'm just going to highlight all of these layers and make sure that I group them together. So as I move them, they're all moving together because I'm thinking, let's make it a little bit bigger than the mermaid. Hold on. Like a little off of the box. I just like things off my box. I don't know about anybody else. I don't really like to have everything like fit in the box. I like the design kind of hanging off a little bit. I think it's so cute. All right, so let's grab a little friend here. You got a little bubble. Do we? No, let's take Mr. Crab's cousin. You. We're gonna take you and bring you over here. I feel like I need some more pink. I'll use a pink bow. Let's arrange this to the front so we can see what size we want it to be. So when you have like paper parts, you're going to put little images on there. So making your design stand out is just having like extra little elements all over the place. So having the little crab on the number 1. I think this side is pretty good, where his hand is coming off a little bit. All of my images, I always do at least 2, minimum of 2 of each. That's either to layer, also to make sure I don't lose anything, you know? And then even like all of these little spaces here, if you want to fill them in with like little things like this, the star, stuff like that, we're going to do that. Also too, I'm going to get a cut file for the bubbles. I don't want the bubbles to be print. I'm going to use the holographic metallic for the bubbles. So my question is to you guys, right? We're almost done figuring out where we want everything. Do y'all want to stop the live here and then we cut and assemble tomorrow? Or do y'all want to just finish it out and do everything tonight? I'm just going to, as the answers come in, I'm just going to size my pieces. And you know what? Sometimes, like when I'm designing, I like to, like the really small pieces, I'll make a lot of them. And just as I design, I'm just putting them wherever. So I think I'm going to also do that too. You the boy? I want to know everybody's opinion if y'all rather it stop. But I think nobody has answers for me tonight. Tonight, we don't have a lot of participation. I think everybody's just viewing. Not like last night. There was a lot of answers and comments going back and forth. All right, so we're going to put her on the side. And there goes, this is where we're going to stop, right? Now, let me see what other design. This is, no, we're not using that. I really like this little cutie right here, though. Because it also allows more pink in our design. So I know it's going to be small. We will just... We're going to put it somewhere. So you can also like layer, have it look like this little guy is hiding behind the mermaid. Like just create a scene. Print out all of your things and just create your scene once they're done, right? This little star, I don't know where am I going to use it, but I'm going to print it as well. Or, hold on, this little guy right here, I could put up top here. So we can make them a little bigger. So they could be on the top. Also, usually when it's an order, I would put like the child's name at the top. People love that. So the same way I made multiple layers on the number 1, I would layer the name of the child like we did yesterday with the Merry Christmas and put that at the top. Yes, the background piece is the ocean. That's on the top here that we already put together. So it's going to be a lot going on in the front, and then you're going to see a lot going on in the back. So I like this little crabby. We'll just put him at the top. And sometimes you go through all of this and you get the pieces and you realize you don't even like it there. You move it somewhere else or you don't even use it. So I'm the type where I'll print extra little accessories pieces so I could figure out where I'm going to put it together after it's cut. But I do like him here. Okay. And our little star is going to be somewhere not that big. We don't need it that big. But then again, it can be big and like right behind her. But that's too big for me, for my liking. That's good enough. All right. So this is what we're going to do. This girl right here, we need more than one of her. We're going to do 4 because 2 each for one side. We're just going to put it on the 2 sides. Multiply. 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 All right, that's 4. We have 2 of these. We only have 1 of these. I'm going to do another one. And this is why I need my thicker paper. I gotta get some paper. I'm just gonna do... All right, so I'm just gonna multiply these a few times and then we're going to save and then we're gonna start printing and assembling. I'll show you how you'd be able to do it on more than one machine. I did 2 of those each, right? All right, we're good. We're gonna save. So when you're designing, it's totally what you want to see, what's your style. This is Cricut Design Space. It's the software that you use with your Cricut machine. All right, we're gonna see. The pound that the paper that I use, I have no clue. I just buy the glossy cardstock from Pretty Party and Crafty. I think it's 96. Whenever you're printing, well, it depends on what you're printing for. If you're printing for your cake toppers, your party decoration, just use the heaviest one you can use. Right now I'm out of paper. I used up all my paper on my sister's, on my niece's birthday party. So I don't think I have my thicker. I do have the thinner treat wrap paper, but I hate printing on that for my decorations. All right, so we're saved. So for the young lady, I don't know if you're still here, that had 2 Cricuts and she wanted to know how to use both of her Cricuts at the same time. So you're going to have Design Space open like I have right now. You're going to go to your top left. I'm going to minimize this Design Space. Hold on, let me just turn y'all so that you can see here. We're going to have this Design Space open. And remember, I already saved my project so I can open it up on multiple design spaces. So you're going to go to File, and then New Window is the only option that comes down. You're going to click New Window. And that's the second design space that opened up. You can do this how many times you need. So this one right here that I have, I'm going to go to the machine. I'm going to choose the Maker 4. I need to turn my machines on. Right? I'm just going to put it over here. It's not going to connect because the machine is actually off. The second design space that I opened, you go to the machine. I'm going to choose the Explore 4 for this one. Oh, I clicked on. Oh, hold on. I'm over here clicking away. So this is for the Explore 4. They're not going to connect because I ain't turned them on yet. I'm about to go turn it on now. You can go back to File, New Window. Your third window will open up. Select the machine that you want for this one. And then if you're doing separate projects, just go to those projects. In my case, I'm going to open up all the same project that we just designed so that I can cut different layers on different machines. You just go into the machine again. For this one, I'm going to choose the Maker 3. And you can minimize them and kind of like organize them on your computer. Just put these two here. The makers are going to be here. And then you go File, New Window. And you keep doing that for how many ever machines you want to use. I'm just going to open 4 at a time tonight. Let's hope we're good to go since it's been acting out. And for this one, I'm going to choose the Maker 3. Let me just turn on the machines. All right, so everybody's going to link now that they're on. And this one was the Explore 3, right? And then on each design space, just go into My Stuff and go to the project that you just saved if you're trying to cut one project on multiple sheets. On this here, honestly, it's not really that necessary. I don't even know. I just realized I turned on all 4. It's not like yesterday where we had many colors. Today we have just mainly print and cut. So I think 2 machines will be just fine. We'll do print. No, now that I think about it, maybe we could do print and cut on 2 machines and then cut on the 3rd machine. We'll see. Let's try again. Now that all the machines are on, it's going to link. So right now, I'm just going to have these 2 design spaces open. We're going to open the same project. We already have what we designed here. You're going to click on Make for both of them. I thought, yeah, all right. Excuse me. No, it's not on. Let me turn it on. All right. Ooh, where you come from? Child, we had the dolphin in the background and we didn't use him. Hold on. Let's cancel this. I'm going to close this one. We forgot a little character. Hold on. Let me just open the screen fully. You see design space? You see? That's how I know. There we go. I knew that was coming. Let's close it all out. I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick. I'm hungry. I didn't even take my fish out. I'm like... All right, let's go to my stuff. Go to the design. So some of the items that we had on the screen was, you know, out of view. And just go into print. All right. Glue gun is in. I have it on. Thank you. Y'all see my people's paying attention. You don't know how to use it? Please, I need help. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you how to design in Cricut Design Space and use it on your machines. This live will be saved. If you go throughout this week, I started doing actual projects. They're all saved on IG and YouTube. I also have over 200 tutorials on YouTube using the Cricut, showing you how to make cake toppers, cupcake toppers, banners. I have wood crafts on there, acrylic crafts, stickers, millions of things. Over 200 videos on YouTube. And I will be here every day up until Christmas, showing you how to make different things using Cricut Design Space. It doesn't matter, honestly. When you're making paper crafts, you can do whatever I'm telling you to do. You can do this on the Explore and the Maker 4, 3, and 2, and Originals. It's all the same thing. It's mainly learning how to use Cricut Design Space. For the people who are brand spanking new and don't know like any of the features in Design Space, When this live is over, at the top of my page, I have a highlight. I did a little over 15 videos, and it breaks down all of the features in Cricut Design Space. That highlight is the top of this Instagram and TikTok account. It's called Mastering Cricut Design Space, and it's there. If you're trying to find out the differences when it comes to like your Maker and your Explorer, the highlight that says Quick Swap Tools, those are the tools you can use on the Maker but can't be used on the Explorer, and that's like the biggest difference between those two. All right, so we're back here. We have we forgot the dolphin, y'all. We forgot the, oh Lord. All right, so we're gonna make a dolphin. I don't know where we're gonna use him yet, but we're just gonna make him small. Bring him over here, make him a little smaller. Maybe we put him over here with her inside. The dolphin should be inside, right? By the water. Makes sense. All right, we'll just duplicate the dolphin. Oh, no, I didn't use a treasure box. I definitely have to use this. So Cricut is acting up tonight, so bear with me. You're going to see a lot of, like, stalling. We're going to get rid of these. We're not using the shell. We're not going to use this one. Any questions also too? YouTube, y'all good? Finished tonight, just gifted. Okay. Thanks, Betty. All right, let's get rid of this. We're not using this. And this square down here, this is the shape that we used just to cut out our digital paper so we know our background. All right, so this is the finished, all of the finished images we're going to be printing. So as you can see, we're doing more print and cut than anything tonight. See that? We're cutting just these two and then the number one. Everything else is print and cut. Last night we had a lot of cuts and less prints, right? So that's good. Nice, good balance. If you weren't here for last night's live, you can rewatch it. And the night before we designed, and then last night we cut and put together. Let me show you. I actually have it here. So if you're new to my page this month for December, hold on, wrong cake topper. Here it goes. This is what we went over, what we finished up on last night's live. We did a multi-layer cake topper. We did a Charlie Brown theme. Today's what, Tuesday, right? So Sunday, we went over how to design it. Monday, we did all of the cutting and all of the assembling. And I walk you through everything you need to know to put this together. Saturday's project, I showed you how to make paper ornaments. And we designed everything and we put it all together. You can do it. You definitely can. Also, too, I have this cake topper here. I have the full tutorial on YouTube. If you go on my YouTube channel, just scroll down. You'll see the full tutorial on how you can do this. I walk you through all of the steps on how to design your print and cut, your cuts, and then I walk you through putting all the layers together. So today we're going to be doing the same thing. Again, guys, y'all head over to my YouTube, YOUTUBE. You know, TikTok be mad when you say these things. And make sure you subscribe over there too, because I have so many tutorials. There's a lot, so just scroll through and you'll find something. If you need to calibrate your machine, you need to, what else, other features you have to do. Just starting from the beginning, I have videos. I don't want to talk too much because we need to finish this, right? So we're saved. We're going to save the progress. This one, we're sending to the Maker 4. And that's going to be our print and cut. I think I'm going to do 2 print and cuts. Do you ever use the iPad or just computer? Just the computer. With the iPad, you can't open Cricut. You can't open Design Space multiple times. And I like to cut on more than one Cricut. For anybody that's new here, I'm going to just show y'all over to the side what I'm talking about. So I use a lot of Cricuts at one time. So if I want to use all of these machines at the same time, usually I try to use 4. If I have a big project, then I'll be cutting on 6 machines at a time. In order for you to use multiple machines at one time, you have to use a computer or a laptop. If you're using your phone or the iPad, you can only send to one machine, right? So I'm gonna just minimize this machine, this design space, I'm sorry. And when I put this over here, you just go to File on the left side here. Wait, hold on. Lord, what? It's like I can't read today. And then you go to New Window, and then you open a second Cricut design space. I'm gonna send this one to the Explore 4. So I'm just gonna choose the machine. While it's connecting, I'm just gonna click on my stuff and go to the project that we're doing today. And we don't have to edit anything, so we're gonna go straight to make it, right? I think I'm gonna do the print and cut on more than one so we can finish a little faster. And then you're gonna go back and go to File, New Window. And we're gonna send this one to the maker, because when I'm cutting the acetate sheet, we are, oh shoot, guys, did we change the lines? Let me go check. I don't want to use the I want to use the scoring wheel, not the scoring stylus for this, because the scoring wheel gives you a deeper score, and because this is acetate sheet that we're using today, I'm going to need a really deep score line. So let's wait for it to load. So the score line is basically the lines that you make in the paper, like a crease in the paper, and that's where you can fold the paper. Today we're using clear acetate sheets, which is a pretty thick, and it's going to need a deep score line. I need to wash my hands too. When you're using acetate sheets, even though it has a protective sheet over it or any metallic cardstock, wash your hand right before you're about to touch it, dry your hand, and don't touch anything. Not your hair. Don't try to get any oils on your fingertips, because it's going to show up on that paper. It's still loading. It's still loading. All right, so if Design Space acts up, we'll probably have to stop here at just the designing process like we did before, and then tomorrow we come back for the assembly process. But let's see, we're going to give it a try and hope that it doesn't act up on us today. For some reason, Cricut is not letting us design our long process, especially when it takes over an hour, and assemble in one day. You know what? Maybe Cricut trying to help me to get y'all to come back. Who knows? In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to flip the camera to see if anybody have any questions for now. It's still loading, so we might actually be continuing tomorrow. So today will be just the design process. Hold on, let me just flip YouTube, because I am live, guys, on multiple platforms. Hello, my YouTube people. And we're gonna go into a little Q&A mode here. Give me 1 second. That might be a little too high, because it's still saving. It is still saving. Let me see if I can bring my chair up. I think this is the highest my chair goes. So yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all down a little bit lower. Hold on, let me bring YouTube right in my face. I didn't flip Instagram. Hold on, sorry Instagram. I'm over here talking and I didn't even flip y'all. Okay, so with Design Space going real slow and taking its time, not you telling them it's gonna help Design Space. With Design Space taking long and not loading, and yeah, just working at its own pace. I don't know who. Y'all remember back in the day when I used to always say that somebody at Instagram is working against me? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all believe me now? Do y'all believe me now? Because now that I am doing the lives, everything is taking its time. and it keep freezing, somebody at Instagram is out to get me. Y'all remember when I used to tell y'all that? And y'all thought I was crazy? I wasn't crazy. But anyway, to anybody that's new here, welcome. Welcome. My name is Shondell. I'm the creator of the CraftPrint. How about collaborating? I have collaborated with many other crafters. For over 5 years, I hosted a live where I go live with another crafter teaching you a new craft project. I did 100 episodes with 100, I wouldn't say 100 different crafters. I would say about 80 different crafters, because some of the crafters did come on more than once. So I used to do that over on IG. I will be slowing down after December and taking a little break, so y'all ain't gonna see me as much next year, too much. But anyway, so I am a paper crafter, but I dabble in a little bit of everything else. I'm open to questions. You have a question, ask it. Come in the live, ask me the question. I love helping people out. I love crafting. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell it to you. I'm not going to lie to you just to try to get you to come over here and hang with me and shit like that. I'm going to tell you the truth. So this month right now, I'm doing my rendition of Vlogmas. So Vlogmas is when creators, YouTubers, what they do is they vlog every day for the month of December leading up to Christmas. Last year I did it, and I did a new crafting tutorial I uploaded to YouTube every day in December. I burned myself out. So this year I decided I'm gonna go live every day up until Christmas, teaching y'all a new craft project. And that's a little bit easier on me because there's no editing. We're just going live and then it's being saved. The lives times vary because I do work full time. This is not my full-time job. I work full time, family, friends, other things going on that I have to deal with. So in the morning, I come on and I'll tell you what time we're going to go live. Thank you. I don't know what that is, but thank you. I come on in the morning or early afternoon. I'll post a video letting you know what we're going to work on and what time we're going to go live for that day. So today we went live at 5. We're going on 2 hours and we ain't even get to print or cut yet. Designing usually takes the longest because you're not sure what you want. You move things around. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that, as y'all can see. And that's why I wanted to design these things online so y'all can see the process. It takes time. It takes practice. And then there's not a sure design. You play around with things. So when you see something that I make, it's not that there was a template. I just went in there and played around with things and see what I wanted. Sometimes I go through that whole process and I assemble and I hate it. And I go back again. So also too, I just want to, for the new folks, I started posting on social media 11 years ago. At that point, I had one Cricut. I tell this story all the time because I do get new people and I want people to understand. We all started from the bottom. I have one Cricut that I paid for on Home Shopping Network on a payment plan because I was broke as a fucking joke. At the time, I moved back in with my mom after I lost my job in my apartment. So me and my sons moved back in with my mom. And then I've always been the crafter in the family. I looked into the machine. I finally got it. And then from there, little by little, I learned how to use it. I still learn and research till this day. I look at other tutorials, practice, time. So you know what I'm saying? Why did you buy so many cutters? I didn't buy all of these. I bought most of them. I have an Etsy shop where I create custom party decorations. And I also used to make party decorations for local event planners. When you have lots of orders like that, one of my orders was about 800 pieces. When you have an order like that, one machine is going to take you forever to get it done. If I have 6, 7, 8 machines, I can move much faster and get things done faster, especially for turnaround times. I also have worked with brands. I was on Cricut's influencer team for 6 years. So I think 2 of these machines Cricut actually sent to me. The Cricut Venture they sent to me, the AutoPress they sent, and the lamp they sent to me. I've also worked with Xtool and HTV Ront. But all of that came from me being consistent and continually posting, and the brands just started noticing me and noticing how my community actually trusts my word or actually asks me for advice. Usually with brands, they want to see that people actually listen to you. Are you going to actually influence? And they've reached out to me, and I've also worked with on 2 campaigns with Michaels as well. And all of that is from being consistent, showing up, and just being yourself, right? So today's live, it is 6:53. I'm gonna stay on for 7 more minutes to answer questions and chat for a little bit. But we went through the full process of designing a multi-layered clear gable box. Right now, Design Space is kind of glitching out on us. So we're gonna stop here today, and then tomorrow we're gonna come back like we did with the last project, and we're gonna print, cut, and assemble. Getting paperwork to open your business is crazy. So it's best to try to see if you could contact a lawyer. I am in New York City as well. When I started the CraftPrint, it's still kind of zigzaggy all over the place. But when I started the CraftPrint shop, I sell glitter and metallic cardstock and basically craft supplies. I contacted a lawyer and had everything done through the lawyer. I don't know. She changed her Instagram name. I would have to just double check. Is it still loading? No, it's sent, but I'm not doing it anymore. We've already been here 2 hours. I'm just going to end it with questions and save it. I think I'm going to do most of these print and cuts tomorrow morning before I come on, though, so we don't have to sit through it. There's 6 pages of print and cut. Also, too, I think I'm going to run to the store and just get regular photo paper because I don't want to do this on the thin paper. It's already saved. My teaching is what you see here. That's how I teach. What do you think about the venture? I love it. And it's really fast. I've raced the machine, so you can look on my YouTube channel. I raced all of the machines to see which one is the fastest. The venture is faster than all of them. I actually really do love it. But out of all of these size machines, the fastest is the Explore 4. The Explore 4 is actually faster than the Maker 4. But the difference with the Maker is because I prefer a Maker. The attachments, I like to use the attachments. If you're not interested in using the attachments, then you should be getting the Explore 4. Where do you get the gable box template? I just chose one in Cricut Design Space. Usually, I don't make gable boxes at all. I buy gable boxes pre-made and I design them. Also, too, if you plan on selling, I advise you to buy the blank boxes and decorate them because as you get more orders, it'll just be easier. Have I ever worked with the Cameo? I do have 2 of them, but I have worked with them just to try probably 2 times in my life. The goal is to learn, but if you're looking for someone to help you with silhouette, Andrina's Creations is the best of the best. Well, I don't have a Joy Extra, so I couldn't erase that. I have no need for the Joy Extra when I have these, so that's how come I didn't get it. Let me show you some. So, I have some here. These are pretty old, but when I'm doing orders, I always, also too, if you plan on selling, even if you don't sell now and you plan on selling, you need to think about, even if you can't imagine yourself getting an order for 100, consider if you got an order for 100 of something, what would make it easy for you to knock them orders out? Can I show the hole behind the Cricut so the mat can go back? Yes, I'll show you that. Yeah. Good evening. So these are gable boxes. This is a gold one. And they have clear on, y'all know where, Amazon. Just look at the link in my bio. I do have like a list of all the products I use from Amazon. If you have an order for 100, if you have to sit and cut out all them boxes and assemble it, and then all of the pieces and assemble, it's going to be too much. Get the box. Design it. Another thing is, if you go to my YouTube, I have a video showing you how to do a fully decorated gable box. So with this gable box, remember how I made the shape so you know where you can design? And up here too. So I cut one off and then I trace it over a piece of paper so that I can get the exact design here. So let's say you wanted to use like a specialty design cardstock. That's how you would do it. And I explain and show it all in my multi-layered gable box video on YouTube. Don't ignore, girls. The offers are so good. What offers? Which machine do I suggest? So it honestly depends on what you want to use. I always like, regardless of what you want to get the most recent, collab offers. I'm not even sure what you do. I don't collab with what? Listen here. Hold on. Sorry, not sorry. I blocked that person. I don't like people trying to grab, oh, get the offer, come get it now, y'all come get it. I don't even know what you sell. You could be coming on here trying to steal our fucking money. Don't do it. Don't do it. We on here trying to help each other out. You on here trying to get some money. I blocked that one. Okay? But anyway. Also, too, if you're new here, I curse a little bit. If you don't like cursing, I'm a little bit crazy. I don't have it all upstairs. But you're going to have fun. You're going to laugh. You're going to learn. And you're going to enjoy yourself. And I'm going to encourage you to get your shit together and be consistent. But anyway, don't come on my lives trying to sell and being real salesy, pushing. Like, come on, buy it. Let's go. We have a sale. Kiss my ass. I didn't tell you to come on here to sell nothing. Don't start with me tonight. Back to what we were saying. Think about when you have lots of orders and you're going to plan accordingly. Whatever you can make it easier for you, do it. Am I selling the Cricut machines behind me? Absolutely not. They're all mine and I use them to craft. Also too, so Lady V asked for me to show how the Cricuts right there. So these are bookshelves from IKEA. They're 1, 2, 3, and then that's an extra top piece on here that is purchased separate. My other half drilled holes right here. I'm gonna get up and I'll show you guys what it looks like so that I can actually use all of these machines on the bookshelves without having to take them off and put them on the desk or anything like that. So I'm gonna show y'all that. Also too, looks like our time is up, child. Which one you can see? Y'all can see it, right? Everybody can see that? So there's holes drilled here so that when I'm using it, the mat goes through the hole and I don't have to remove my machines off of the wall to cut. Most of the time I'm using anywhere between 2 to 6 machines at one time. Am I from South Carolina? No. I was born in Guyana. I am from the Caribbean. Geographically, it's South America. Culturally, we're part of the Caribbean. Don't come in here arguing and fighting with me about that one. But I was raised in Brooklyn, New York. I don't teach. My teaching is YouTube and what I'm doing here. So I'm going to be here every day up until Christmas teaching you guys how to make a new craft project using the Cricut machines. And I have over 200 videos on YouTube teaching you a multitude of projects. The Cricut Maker 3 for Christmas. What are your experiences with it? I don't know how to answer that. I use these machines all the time. I make 99.9% of the things that I make. It's usually party decorations, maybe home decor and things like that. All of the machines are easy to use. You just have to learn how to use the software. If you're a beginner, you never touch Cricut Design Space software, you can look at the top of my page on here and on Instagram, and I have a playlist that says Cricut Design Space with over 15 videos, and I break down every feature of Cricut Design Space for you in there. You can also go to my YouTube channel, and I have different videos on everything you can think of. You want to know the differences between the machines. You want to know which machine goes faster. You want to see how you use the machine. All of the little pieces that go onto the maker. You want to understand what they are. Everything under the sun is there. And you're free to come in my lives and ask me questions. Don't come trying to scam my followers though. You get blocked, and you're gonna get cursed out too, and then blocked. We're here to learn and help each other out, not to scam each other. Hello from the UK. You just started. Welcome to all the new Cricut users. I find that around this time, December, you get a lot of new Cricut users. The hair products. Are you seeing that I posted it? I love it too. I've been using it. I put a piece of hair right here. So I had box braid my hair a few months ago, and I lost a complete lock right here. I put hair in it the other day, but I've been working on growing that back with the oils, and it's been going pretty good. You're gonna be a beginner. Let me tell you, just have patience and make sure you have to find time to practice, and you're going to be fine. I started off not knowing a good goddamn thing. It took me a lot of time and a lot of practice. Just remember, when you're coming and you're seeing the projects I'm doing, or you're probably seeing my craft room, you're seeing me 11 years in compared to you're probably starting now. I am 11 years later. 11 years later, you're going to be here or better. It just takes time and practice. You have a Cricut, so how do they cut all at the time? I'll go over that again in a minute. You can't wait to get started? You ready? You can start right here. You started just at the right place with the CraftPrint. Hold on. So if you want to cut multiple Cricuts at a time, you can only use a computer or a laptop. You're going to turn the machines on. You're going to go to your Bluetooth settings and make sure you link all of the machines. Then you're going to open Cricut Design Space. You're going to send that first one to the first machine. You're going to open Cricut Design Space again, send it to the next machine, open Cricut Design Space again, and just keep doing that for the amount of machines you have. So you can have multiple design spaces open on your computer. Only on your computer and your laptop, not the phone and the iPad. Fantastic favorite. That's good too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the person that use all of the features when I get machines, honestly. I really don't. YouTube, you guys don't have any questions? So you got Bluetooth, all your Cricuts on one laptop. Yes, you can do it on a laptop and a computer. You would never... You never know. I never thought that I would be here, honestly. Have I ever had issues with your Cricut not connecting to Bluetooth? I have. So my Explore Air 2, she doesn't want to connect at all. Ever. Ever. So I usually have to just plug that directly into my laptop. No, but hey, girl. Y'all are, I don't know, y'all are the experts over there because y'all never have questions for me. You're having a hard time perfecting the correct placement of the material on the mat. What do you mean? When you place the material, if it's 12 by 12, it's the entire thing. If it's print and cut, you're like at the top left. And also too, when you look at the mat on the screen, it shows you where the design is going to be. Do you mean like, are you trying to use multiple materials on the mat? Good evening. Can you just use the iPad for crafts until you get... Yeah, you can use the iPad and your phone. It's just that you can't use it to use more than one machine at a time. But you can use your phone and your iPad for crafting, yes, for Cricut Design Space. You got intimidated? Let me tell you, I'm not going to lie. Learning something new can be very intimidating. And it happens to me too when I try something new too. With your Cricut not connecting. I would say too, Cricut has a customer care. Call their asses up. Especially for things not connecting. I don't bother with my one machine because it's only this one right here. This little heifer right here, she do not want to connect via Bluetooth ever. But because I have others, I don't bother with it. But if that's your machine, call them and find out what could be done or what could happen, or maybe they could troubleshoot and kind of help you out. This hookup right here, she don't connect. So if I ever need to use like 6, I would just get the cord, plug it in the back, and right behind this, there's no wall back here, so open area into my kitchen. I just have the laptop on the counter to link that one there. You're intimidated? Let me tell you something. If you're really scared, go into Design Space and start by cutting one shape. Cut a circle. Just so that you can see how it is to cut a circle. When you're done, come back and cut a circle and a triangle. Take baby steps. I think a lot of people will start with a machine and think they have to jump in and do this. We did this on live yesterday. So when you first starting, you are not making things like these. Start out as basic as possible, 1 or 2 shapes, and then work your way into a little bit more, and then print and cut, and then get into more things. Stop looking. That's one of the biggest issues with newbies. Don't look at everybody else. If you look at what everybody else is doing, you're never going to do it. It's going to stress you out and you're going to feel intimidated. I know how it is. Don't look. Put on your blinders and just focus on your learning. Look at things that's going to help you. Your crazy friend right here, me. Look at what's going to help you and focus on that. Don't look around. I want to do this, I want to do that. You got to start at the beginning and then move your way up. Okay? So just little shapes to begin with. Yeah, you can. You definitely can. Shiloh, you could do that. Yes. You want to make Christmas design shirts, but you're so afraid. Let me tell you something about being scared to start something new. Nothing is going to get you out of that mindset except for getting your ass up and doing it. Oh, I curse. If you're new here, child, that's just how I talk. The rougher I am, the more I care. I'm a very rough girl. That probably feeds into the stereotype of New Yorkers. But we are a little rough because we have to be. There's 8 million people here, and probably 5 out of the 8 million are crazy. So we are a little tough. I am tough. And also being from the Caribbean makes me a little bit more harder. My mother didn't mince words. It was just straight up, and I'm the same. So the only way to get over the fear of something is doing it. You can watch a million crafters and ask for advice. They're going to give you words of advice. They're going to tell you what to do. But until you actually start doing it, you're still going to feel scared and intimidated. Start off with the most basic project as possible, and that's just a shape. Cricut already have shapes in there. Choose a shape, send it to cut, put a piece of cardstock. Go to the craft store, get like a cheap pack of cardstock, multiple colors, and play around with it. And little by little, you're going to mess up. Till this day, I still mess up. So don't feel stressed out about making mistakes. I do it till this day. And I'm 11 years in of doing it on a public level. But you got to practice. So a Snoopy sweater. You know what? Snoopy is kind of trendy because I went in my phone and I noticed Snoopy. It was Snoopy something else. I don't know what it was. And the crazy part is I wanted to buy it. How do you learn to price your products? Oh, I'm the wrong person. When it comes to pricing products, I suck. Like suck ass. But there are crafters who do have pricing calculators that you could look into. Price matching, like checking out other places and see what it's kind of going for, can help you out too, but I'm horrible. Another crafter said she adds up all of the supplies that she used and multiply it by 2 or 3 to get her prices. So everybody does different things. I'm really bad. So I would say check some other crafters and see if they have a better answer for you, because you end up bankrupt like me. I'm broke. The craft supplies, making money to buy more craft supplies. I work full time and that's what pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm just scrolling because I think I didn't get all questions. Can you use Design Space? Oh, okay, I got that one. Yes. So once you log into Design Space, you can go on your other products and log right back in over again. Pretty Party and Crafty. She has a pricing calculator. Who else? Jamela by Pink has a calculator, I think, too. And the Crafty Brick. Those are 3 crafters that have. I've never used, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, none of their pricing calculators. But Pretty Party and Crafty is my friend. That's my homegirl. She do good shit. But I've never used any of their pricing calculators, so y'all could check them out. And see how it goes. Because sometimes you do all of that and then you still feel like, listen, I ain't making enough money here. So, or another thing is when you do set that price, don't budge. Don't budge. If they don't want it, I ain't fucking making it. Because especially when you start in the beginning, you think, well, I need customers, I need to, and you do it, and then when you do all the work, it's like, what the hell did I do that for? I could barely buy a slice of pizza. I ain't make shit. It's frustrating. Stick with your prices and don't be going down for nobody, y'all. I'd rather not do the work than slave and do the work and not make no money. And sometimes you go in it and you have to learn the hard way. Because I think as a beginner, the feeling is different where you need some sales or experience. Because I was there and I took orders just because. Compared to someone who's maybe deeper in it and making money, it's like, bitch, you making money. You could say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you in it, just do what's best for you and just make sure you just learn from those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Right. There are really, and let me tell y'all something. When I talk to you about my experiences. My experience is not going to be your experience. You can profit really well. Do the research properly. I'm lazy. Half the time I don't be doing the research, is call out the freaking price and then realize, what were you pricing, girl? Because you're an ass. But anyway, do your research. There's money to be made. There's multiple streams of income when it comes to crafting. It's not only handmade. So I make handmade things. I also have supplies that I sell. I sell digitals. Coming on social media like TikTok, you get paid for views. I probably made 10 cents, but it's 10 cents more than what I had. You know what I'm saying? The TikTok shop, last week I made like 300. And I said, wait, this came on the TikTok shop? They was buying my shit? Y'all actually like me. TikTok shop. Facebook, you can get paid for views. Brands, you can work with brands. You can become the brand. There's so much to do. Just make sure y'all are doing your research. Research more than one place. Don't take all of your advice from one person, and that's included me. If I tell you something, take it, get from somebody else, and then you figure out the pieces that you want to do, okay? But there's money to be made, all right? There's some ladies out here making thousands, hundreds of thousands, and I know 2 of them who has reported hitting millions. But also teaching. They're teaching, they're selling digital, they're selling classes, they're selling bundles. You can do it. I tried. It's too much fucking work. It's too much stress. I can't deal. I can do a membership. I did a membership for a year. I just ended it. It's just too much mentally. I can't do it, y'all. I can't handle it. It's just too much. What kind of lawyer can I look up or can I use? Ooh, I don't know what type of lawyer she is. Let me see if I can get her name. I don't know what type. There's a few of them on Instagram I've seen. The business lawyer, I think one of them, her name is. But a business lawyer, right? It'll be a business lawyer. All right, I think I got all the questions. So any other questions, again, if you just found me, make sure you hit that follow button. I will be here every day up until Christmas teaching you a new craft project and how to use these lovely machines behind me. Also too, I'm on all platforms as the CraftPrint. If you want to look at, maybe tonight you could binge watch some videos. I have a YouTube channel with over 200 videos, whether it's comparing the machines, racing the machines, teaching you how to do a project, cake toppers, cupcake toppers, banners, photo props. I want to do photo props on one of these days, because New Year's is coming, and I think you could use some like photo props for that. So we're gonna do some photo props, fans, things like that. Oh shit, I need a verification. I can't log on Instagram right now, sorry. So if I had to suggest a machine, I would say the Maker 4. Because you can do everything, and if you decide to like you want to use the attachments later on, you would have to buy a new machine if you went with the Explorer. Whereas the Maker, you already have it, and then later on you could try all of the attachments for it. IG, I'm so sorry, the comments weren't moving. Where can you buy Patience? I don't have it. I don't have that either. I just know that I find social media. So I work in health information management. When I go in the office, which is not often, one day a month, and I work from home, if I'm on a Zoom call, I turn on the professionalism. I have to do the same for this. I don't have patience. If y'all notice, sometimes you'll see it in my reactions. It's like, what are you talking about? It's very hard. I don't have it. Somebody needs to sell me a little bit of patience. I just know when I have to be professional. But the patience ain't here either. I ain't gonna lie to you. But also, too, it depends on how much you enjoy or love or you want something. You see, crafting, I love it. This is like part of my life. I spoke to my sisters about taking a break next year, and we were talking about, so what is the plan? I don't do nothing else. I don't know nothing else. Besides my career, it's crafting. If you ask me what you enjoy doing, the answer is crafting. Like, I love this shit. So I'm going to make sure I'm doing it. I'm going to find the time for it. I'm not a patient girl. I'm definitely not a patient girl. They do have good customer service. So when you guys have any problems, I'm telling you, call them. Can you cut foam board on the Venture? I think that's what you mean. I'm not sure. I've never cut foam board. Foam board is a little bit thick. I don't see these machines really cutting foam board. So I don't know. Foam, you can cut like the thin foam sheets, I believe. You probably would need a like knife blade. I don't use a bunch of crazy, like, out of the norm. I literally use paper and like HTV. 99% of the time, cardstock. Thank you so much, Monica. Let me know if you have questions. Also too, when you guys watch the YouTube tutorials and you have questions, put it in the comment section. I go through my YouTube too to answer questions and help out. Do you have different number Cricut? What do you mean? The machines? This is the Maker 4. That is the Maker 3, and that's the original Maker. That's the Explore 4, the Explore 3, the Explore Air 2. Those are the numbers that I have. So I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Again, too, guys, I am live on IG, YouTube, and TikTok right now, all at the same time. And I'm going to be going live on all 3 platforms every day, teaching a new project. It looks like these projects are going to be 2-day projects. So the first day we design, and the next day we come back and cut and assemble. Tomorrow we're going to finish the multi-layered clear gable box. Yesterday we finished this cake topper. So I taught how to design it the first day, and then we went over the cutting, the print and cut and assembly. You're welcome. So this was yesterday's project. See those beautiful layers on the cake topper? The lives are saved on Instagram and YouTube. TikTok does not allow us to save. I also showed how to make your own paper ornaments. This is actually an ornament for the Christmas tree. Isn't she just so cute? Look at the layers. So we go over, I'll show you how to layer as well. If you want to see like close up how you do the layers and things like that, YouTube. All of the projects, I start from the beginning in my YouTube tutorials. I teach you how to design in Design Space. I show you how to cut, print, and assemble everything and put it together. Which Cricut machine would be the best to upgrade? I always say the Maker 4 because it has the extra attachments. If you want to see those attachments, look at the top of my page. It's called Quick Swap Tools. I have a playlist that will show you the tools. If you think you're going to use those tools, get the Maker 4. If you feel like I have no need for any one of these tools, get the Explore 4. It is a $200 difference, I think, right? About $100 to $200 difference. So the Maker is about 200 to something, where this is almost 400. I believe that's the difference. But the attachments are the difference. If you feel like you're not going to use those attachments, don't bother. Get the Explore 4. If you are going to, I use them. I like them. I always suggest people to get them. Get the Maker 4. If you feel like you're on a budget and you're just starting and right now you don't want to spend that kind of cash, you don't even need the 4. You could go get an Explorer, an older Explorer. It'll still do the cutting. All right, so do you sell the files to follow along? No, I'm actually going in Design Space and we're searching images that we're going to use for the day. So they're going to be here. We also went into Creative Fabrica and got some images. So when you watch back this video, when I save it, you have to go to IG or YouTube. You'll see everything that I use for today. So I don't have pre-scheduled. I'm trying to make the process of going live every day up until Christmas stress-free as possible for me because I have a lot going on. So I don't have planned. I don't have anything planned out. I literally just come on and we just do it together, right? Just to make it as stressless as possible. So I'll be back tomorrow. Check out, just follow up on my page. You'll be able to see. I will post what time we're going live tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking around 5. I'm not 100% sure yet. So tomorrow morning, I'll post the time and that we're going to be finishing up this project. You have the Cameo 4. You need a Cricut. Why you need a Cricut? Cameo, let me tell you, both of these machines are good. I don't, the gang wars that these people got going on in the crafting streets, I don't even give 2 shits about it. If you have that machine, there's so much things you can do with it too. Their software is actually, it's probably not as user-friendly as Design Space, but it does more than Design Space. I actually do have Silhouette software. I paid for the business edition because you could design in there, you could save it SVG, and then you could upload it to Cricut. Andrina's Creations, she's on here. She's on YouTube. I think she hit her 100K subscribers on YouTube. That's my girl. She is a silhouette expert. Go to her page if you need to learn anything, and she's no joke. She give in-depth tutorials. Most videos you look at View Cricut. Find Andrina. Do not go buy a new machine because your timeline is probably flooded with Cricut. There are lots of silhouette videos out there, right? Don't waste your money. You already have a machine. Just perfect using that machine. Andrina's Creations is one of them, and she'll definitely get you ready. Only if you're ready to upgrade to help you out with production of your products, then buy a new machine. But until then, perfect what you have. You need help? You're on the right page. Her name is Andrina's Creations. Andrina's. Andrina. Andrina's Creations. She's here. She's on YouTube as well. She's on Instagram. All platforms as that name. She also has a Facebook group too as well. Love her. She's really good. She actually taught me how to use it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, a long time ago. We went live together and did some projects. I'll see if I can reach out to her because I'm gonna do maybe 2 or 3 lives with another crafter this month as well. So I might reach out to her and see if she's going to, if she want to come on and show us some silhouette things to use. I'm about to sign off. The live is going to be saved on IG and YouTube. If you're new here, if you are a new crafter, you're in the right place. I want you to start off by going to the top of my page and looking at the highlights. I have a Mastering Cricut Design Space highlight. I created videos to explain every feature in Design Space there. I'm going to be coming back live every day up until Christmas, teaching you a new craft project. If you want to watch some videos tonight, head over to my YouTube channel. It's the CraftPrint as well. I have over 200 tutorials, beginner friendly. I can help with print and cut. I can help with cake toppers, cupcake toppers, banners, whatever it is. If there's something you don't know or I don't know and I can't help you, I'll let you know, and I will try to direct you to somebody who will be able to help. You can go into my comment section on the specific channel you're watching on YouTube, ask your questions, I'll answer. When you come into my lives, you can ask questions, I'll answer. I'm ending my live right now, so I cannot help right now, but if you go to my account, There's videos there, my YouTube, Instagram. I'm on all social media platforms, and there's a lot of videos to help you guys out. I'll be back tomorrow live. You can ask more questions, and I'll be live every day up until Christmas. So I'm also live right now on all channels. That's another thing. I'll be live every day on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Right now I'm live on all three, and I'll be going live on all three platforms. Today